From the bustling streets of Castelia City, to the roar of over 60,000 passionate supporters, welcome to the opening match of the inaugural PIFA World Cup. Good afternoon and welcome to Castelia Stadium, where today football history is about to be written. The sun shines brightly over Unova as perfect playing conditions greet us, with a temperature of 24 degrees Celsius, a gentle southeasterly breeze drifting across the pitch, and barely a cloud in the sky. It is a magnificent day for football. A crowd of 68,412 has packed every corner of this spectacular stadium, creating a sea of colour as red and white Kanto supporters battle for volume with the teal faithful of Kalos. The atmosphere is electric. Flags wave proudly, chants echo around the stands, and after months of anticipation, the wait is finally over. Today's opening Group A encounter pits two regions with very different philosophies against one another. Kanto, led by the legendary Dragon Master Lance, arrives with a squad built on explosive pace, fearless attacking football and world-class individual talent. Standing opposite is Kalos, guided by the meticulous Grant, whose side has earned a reputation for technical precision, discipline and outstanding preparation. 3 points are on the line, first place in Group A is up for grabs, and the opportunity to make an early statement to the rest of the footballing world awaits. This is where the story of the 2026 PIFA World Cup begins. Kanto vs Kalos. Let's play football.
Leading Kanto into this inaugural PIFA World Cup is one of the most respected figures in Pokémon history, the Dragon Master himself. Lance. Calm under pressure and fiercely competitive, Lance has built a reputation on trusting elite talent to express themselves. His teams attack with conviction, defend aggressively from the front, and always look to seize momentum rather than simply control it. True to character, Lance isn't here to settle for a point. He's here to win football matches. No real surprises from Lance today. He's opted for an adventurous 4-3-3, trusting his front three to stretch Kalos from the opening whistle. Mr. Mime gets the nod in goals, perhaps the best ball-playing goalkeeper in the tournament, suggesting Kanto are happy to build patiently from the back when required. Mega Mewtwo X starts at right back where his pace can nullify Kalos' dangerous left side, while veteran Machamp partners Poliwrath in central defense. The biggest talking point may be midfield. Lance has selected the relentless Jolteon as the lone holding midfielder, allowing the creative duo of Mankey and Doduo to play higher up the pitch and link with the attack. Up front, Youth gets the call. 19-year-old sensation Hitmonlee leads the line ahead of the experienced Kabutops, with Chameleon providing leadership down the left and the electric Scyther offering blistering pace on the opposite flank. It's an attacking lineup from Lance, exactly what we'd expect. Standing opposite is Grant, renowned throughout Kalos for his meticulous preparation and relentless work ethic. A former elite athlete himself, Grant believes championships are built through discipline, structure and teamwork. Expect his side to stay compact without the ball, move it quickly when they win possession, and rely on technical quality rather than chaos. Grant has stayed true to everything we know about him. Kalos lines up in a disciplined 4-2-3-1, placing tremendous emphasis on balance across the pitch. The biggest surprise is the selection of Yveltal in goal. Standing well over 7 feet tall with remarkable reach, Grant is clearly prioritizing goal coverage over distribution. Pangaro and Mega Chesnaut provide an imposing central defensive pairing, while Neuven is expected to offer width whenever Kalos attack. Captain Hawlucha anchors midfield alongside the technically gifted Frogadier, freeing Braixen to dictate play between the lines. And then comes perhaps the most dangerous front four in the tournament. Delphix's creativity on the left, Greninja's devastating pace on the right, Braixen pulling the strings through the middle, before everything funnels into Gudra, whose combination of strength, touch and finishing makes him a nightmare for defenders. This isn't the flashiest lineup in the competition, but it may well be one of the smartest.
So there we have it. Lance has chosen attacking freedom. Grant has chosen tactical discipline. Two outstanding coaches. Two contrasting football philosophies. 90 minutes to make an opening statement at the very first PIFA World Cup. Kick-off from Castelia Stadium is next. And after years of anticipation, the inaugural PIFA World Cup is underway. Kanto in their famous red and white attacking from left to right, Kalos in teal moving the opposite direction. History begins here in Castelia. Kanto immediately press. Scyther robs Barbaracle, drives toward the byline. Low cross. Hitmonlee slides. Mega Chesnaut throws himself across. Corner.
That's exactly what Lance wanted. Win it high, attack quickly. Kalos were under enormous pressure there.
First real spell of Kalos possession. Braixen, Frogadier, back to Hawlucha, wide, Greninja, inside, outside, inside again, shoots. Mr. Mime gets fingertips. Wide.
Wonderful football from Kalos. They moved Kanto around beautifully.
Jolteon intercepts. Again, and again. Breaks and can't find any rhythm.
Jolteon's already becoming a problem. He's reading everything.
Mega Mewtwo X times a perfectly clean tackle on Greninja. Crowd erupts. Immediately launches a counter. Mankey. Scyther. Hitmonlee. Backheel. Saved brilliantly by Yveltal. Primeape on the bench leaps up protesting a throw-in decision and has to be restrained. Lance simply folds his arms. No card. The crowd loves it. Hawlucha finds Delphix. Beautiful first touch. Curler. Off the post. Mr. Mime beaten. Kanto survive.
The woodwork comes to Kanto's rescue.
Jolteon again wins possession. Simple pass. Mankey turns. Spots Scyther. Diagonal ball. Scyther bursts beyond Barbaracle. Cuts inside. Low-driven cross. Hitmonlee. Bottom corner.
The first goal in PIFA World Cup history belongs to Hitmonlee. Brilliantly worked. It starts with Jolteon doing the dirty work. Mankey sees the pass. Scyther attacks the space and Hitmonlee finishes like someone who's been waiting his whole life for this moment.
Greninja dances past Mega Mewtwo X. Cross. Goodra rises. Machamp somehow wins the header. Huge clearance. Half-time. Kanto 1-0 Kalos.
No changes. Grant clearly believes the game is there.
Breaks and finally escapes Jolteon. Slides Greninja through. One-on-one. Mr. Mime rushes. Greninja chips. Off the bar.
That is inches away from 1-all. Kanto substitution. The young hero makes way to a standing ovation. Lance now wants experience.
Grant responds. More direct. More runners. Fragadia switches play. Hawlucha races onto it. First time cross. Goodra cushions it. Lays it back. Greninja arrives. First time. Top corner.
A magnificent equalizer. The Kalos supporters erupt. Grant simply applauds once. That's textbook Grant football. Patient. Patient. Then bang. Lance reacts instantly. Kanto go for it.
Chaos. Mega Charizard beats 2. Cross. Kabutops. Save. Rebound. Scyther. Blocked. Raichu. Blocked. Goalmouth scramble. Eventually Hawlucha clears. Yellow card. Pingoro. Crunching tackle on Kabutops. Free kick. Dangerous area. Raichu stands over it. 23 meters. Curled. Yveltal flies. One-handed save. World class.
Grant shuts the game down.
Doduo finds Kabutops. Brilliant flick. Scyther. Shoots. Barbaracle slides. Goal-saving block. One last Kalos counter. Greninja. Goodra. Back to Greninja. Mega Mewtwo X recovers. Perfect tackle. The crowd applauds. History has been made here in Castelia City, but neither side could find a winning goal. Hitmonlee will forever hold the honor of scoring the first goal in PIFA World Cup history, only for Greninja to answer with a moment of brilliance in the second half.
I reckon a draw's a fair result. Kanto probably edged the first hour, Kalos with a better side late, and both coaches made changes that really influenced the contest. If this is the standard we've got for the rest of the tournament, we're in for something very special. Jolteon, congratulations. You're the inaugural PIFA World Cup player of the match. How does that feel?
It's a real honor, but I'll be honest, I'd have traded it for 3 points. We came here expecting to win. Still, it's the first match of a long tournament and I think we showed what we're capable of.
You seem to be everywhere in midfield today. Was stopping breaks in your primary assignment?
That was part of it. Kalos like to play through the middle, so my job was to make life uncomfortable. Win the ball, keep things simple and let our attacking players do what they do best. Football's a team game. The interceptions might have my name next to them, but they only matter because everyone around me worked so hard.
Chameleon, a draw to begin the tournament. Happy or disappointed?
A little bit of both. We controlled long periods of that match and probably created enough chances to win it. Credit to Kalos though, they never stopped believing and punished us when we switched off for just a moment.
Lance trusted a very young side today. Hitmonlee, Scyther, Mankey. What did you make of them?
Fearless. That's exactly what you want. Big occasions don't seem to bother them. They'll only get better from here.
Captain, after going behind, this almost feels like a point gained.
Perhaps from the outside. Inside our dressing room, we always believed we could win. Once we settled into the game, we started finding the spaces we'd worked on all week.
Grant changed a few things at halftime. What exactly changed?
He asked us to be braver. We'd shown Kanto a little too much respect in the first half. Once we trusted ourselves and started moving the ball quicker, Greninja became much harder to stop.
Captain speaking with real composure there, and perhaps no surprise that neither dressing room appears satisfied with a draw. That's the hallmark of ambitious football nations.
Absolutely, neither coach looked like they'd settled for a point either. Lance will probably be thinking about those missed chances late on, while Grant will know his tactical tweak nearly won him the match. If these two sides meet again later in the tournament, maybe even in the knockout stages, you'd clear your calendar for it.
The statistics tell much the same story as the 90 minutes themselves. Kanto enjoyed slightly more of the football, created the greater number of opportunities and perhaps edged the contest overall, but Kalos remained exceptionally dangerous whenever they broke forward.
I reckon the standout number there is Veltal making 6 saves. If he doesn't have the game he had today, Kanto probably walk away with all 3 points.
And now all our individual stat leaders from the match.
Mr. Mime, 7.8. Comfortable with the ball at his feet throughout the afternoon and distributed confidently under pressure. Could do little about Greninja's unstoppable strike and produced 4 important saves to keep Kanto in front for long periods. Mega Mewtwo by 8.2. Outstanding defensive performance. Kept Greninja quiet for much of the match through elite recovery speed and perfectly timed tackles. Eventually beaten for the equalizer, but recovered repeatedly to snuff out dangerous attacks. Machamp, 8.4. Dominant in the air all afternoon. Cleared countless crosses and won nearly every aerial duel. His physical presence frustrated Gudra and laid the platform for Kanto's strong defensive display. Poliwrath, 7.9. Another composed afternoon, strong in one-on-one contests and rarely lost his shape. Quietly effective without drawing much attention. Hitmonchan, 7.5. Reliable as ever. Didn't offer much going forward but defended intelligently and recycled possession efficiently whenever called upon. Jolteon Star, 8.8. Player of the match. An extraordinary display. Completely disrupted Kalos' rhythm for over an hour with interception after interception. Covered more ground than anyone on the pitch and started the move that led to the opening goal. A true midfield masterclass. Doduo, 7.7. Worked tirelessly between the boxes and linked play effectively. Made several clever supporting runs and was heavily involved in Kanto's transitions. Mankey, 8.3. Creative and fearless. Produced the defense-splitting pass that released Scyther for the opening goal and consistently found pockets of space between Kalos midfield and defense. Scyther, 8.8. A constant menace. Tormented Barbaracle with his pace, created the opening goal and looked dangerous every time he isolated his defender. Only a brilliant Kalos defense denied him a goal. Hitmonlee, 8.5. History maker. Scored the first goal in PIFA World Cup history with a composed finish and never stopped stretching Kalos' backline. Deserved his standing ovation when substituted. Chameleon, 7.6. Led from the front with typical composure. Balanced attacking contributions with disciplined defensive work and gave Lance exactly the experienced leadership he expected. Substitutes. Kabutops, 7.2. Immediately gave Kanto another aerial target and nearly found the winner with an instinctive effort that forced an excellent save. Mega Charizard Y, 7.8. Injected pace and directness into the closing stages. Created panic every time he received the ball and was central to Kanto's late siege. Raichu, 7.6. Very lively after coming on. Nearly won the match with a magnificent free kick that required the save of the tournament from Veltal.
Jolteon simply ran the midfield this afternoon. Everything good Kanto produced seemed to begin with him winning possession. Scyther wasn't far behind for me either. Barbaracle won't enjoy watching that tape back because Scyther gave him a proper workout all afternoon.
Veltal, 8.8. Magnificent. 6 saves, including an astonishing fingertip stop from Raichu's late free kick. Without him, Kalos almost certainly leave empty-handed. Neuven, 7.8. Balanced defensive responsibilities with dangerous overlapping runs. Delivered several dangerous crosses and rarely looked troubled defensively. Pangaro, 7.6. Physical and uncompromising throughout. Picked up a late booking but otherwise handled the physical battle with authority. Mega Chesnaught, 8.5. Immense. Produced 1 goal-saving block inside the opening 5 minutes and marshaled the defense brilliantly against constant pressure. Barbaracle, 6.9. Had arguably the toughest assignment on the pitch trying to contain Scyther. Struggled early but recovered well after half-time and made a heroic late block. Horlucha, C. 8.4. Captain's performance. Tireless defensively, won 7 tackles and led Kalos back into the contest through sheer determination and organization. Frogadier, 8.0. The engine room. Distributed intelligently all afternoon and produced the superb switch of play that ultimately led to Greninja's equalizer. Braixen, 7.8. Started slowly under Jolteon's attention but grew into the contest and became increasingly influential after half-time. Delphix, 7.3. Threatened in flashes and struck the post with a wonderful curling effort before making way shortly after the break. Greninja, 8.8. Exactly why is considered one of the tournament's elite attackers. Constantly asked questions of Kanto's defense before producing a sensational equalizer that will feature on highlight reels all tournament. Goodra, 8.1. Held the ball up beautifully and linked play superbly. Registered the assist for Greninja's goal and battled relentlessly against Machamp. Substitutes. Helioptile, 7.4. Added energy and direct running after half-time and helped stretch Kanto's defense. Mega Horlucha, 7.2. Came on late to protect the draw and executed Grant's defensive instructions perfectly.
Yveltal was extraordinary between the posts, while Greninja reminded us why he remains one of the most feared attacking players in world football. And don't underestimate Horlucha. Captains don't always grab headlines, but he dragged Kalos back into that game with his work rate. Coaches absolutely love performances like that. Answer: the inaugural match of the 2026 PIFA World Cup comes to a close, and it certainly lived up to the occasion. Kanto struck first through the history-making Hitmonlee, but Kalos showed tremendous resilience to fight back, with Greninja's stunning equalizer ensuring the honors were shared. Both nations leave Castelia Stadium with a point, plenty of positives, and the feeling that they could have claimed all 3. The opening chapter has been written, but the story is only just beginning. Join us next time as another 2 nations step onto football's biggest stage, with more drama, more unforgettable moments, and the race for the PIFA World Cup continuing in Unova. We'll see you at the next match.